Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. There's a link in the description. Gonna read through the full article. In brief, there was an extremely heinous crime. A murderer killed a 2-year-old. We'll look at the details of that in a moment. But to give you a very, very brief overview for those that don't really want to stick around for too long, the convicted murderer has been killed by other inmates in jail. So there was a big fight and he was killed. Do you feel sorry for this child murderer? Not really, not so much. In fact, I'm quite pleased that this scumbag has been killed, a violent death. So that's a good thing. But of course, the initial crime is absolutely horrific. So we are going to read through the full details. On Tuesday, inmates at a North Carolina prison fatally beat a man who was convicted of killing a toddler girl in 2014. The murderer, the child murderer, this scumbag vile piece of shit, was called Samaj Short, 24 years of age. He died about an hour after he was attacked in Bertie Correctional Institution's housing area. 3 other inmates suffered non-life-threatening injuries in the incident, which was described as a group assault. So it sounds like a big brawl. It sounds like perhaps he wasn't a specific target. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. But several people were involved in the assault, seemingly. Apparently this guy, this scumbag Samaj Short, was serving a 31-year sentence for fatally shooting a 2-year-old girl. Hopefully I pronounce her name correctly. Apologies if I don't. Here is her name. Dy'Unanna. My apologies. Dy'Unanna Anderson, 2 years of age, fatally shot in Halifax County in 2014 by the scumbag. The 2-year-old's grandmother was also shot multiple times, including in the head, and she had to be revived twice. If I'm understanding correctly, hopefully I am, but it seems that the grandmother survived. So the article goes on to tell us that this absolute scumbag, Samaj Short, and another person stood on an air conditioning unit and shot into a room as the toddler and the grandmother slept. This scumbag was 17 at the time, and he was one of 4 people arrested in connection with the deadly shooting. And the shooting happened out of revenge because this guy, Samaj Short, his friend, his 15-year-old friend, had been killed that same night. So in retaliation, this guy, Samaj Short, and his friends shot up this family home in retaliation. So they believed that the shooter of his 15-year-old friend lived at this home, so they decided to shoot it up. And in so doing, killed a 2-year-old girl. Shot a grandmother twice in the head. Shot the grandmother multiple times, including in the head. So the article tells us that this scumbag Samaj Short had completed 5 years of his sentence for second-degree murder of the 2-year-old, and he was due to be released in 2044. But I'm going to say, thankfully, he's been killed already. So I view that as a good thing. I think this is a little bit of justice. I'm interested in what you think. I like to hear it. I call me a bloodlustful maniac, but I could read these kind of articles all day long. I would be extremely chirpy if I were to be fortunate enough to do so. To read articles about child murderers being killed in violent acts, yeah, that's my cup of tea. Bring it on. I'd love to read about it. To be honest with you, I'd love to watch the footage of it too, to be honest, of the child murderers getting exactly what they deserve. So on that note, I'm going to wrap things up. There's a link in the description. If you do like this type of content, please do show me some support, some encouragement. I'm going to be pumping out multiple videos of a true crime nature, articles that are published today, perhaps yesterday. Going to be doing that multiple times every day. In the process, I'm going to be becoming extremely familiar with what's happening in the world, America, England, Australia, elsewhere, in regards to crime, what's happening on the streets, and in this case, in the detention facilities, correctional facilities. So if that's of interest to you, stick around, sub up, follow me, follow the videos, and follow the live streams, join the memberships once I start that, and we'll get on top of this subject, and yeah, we'll become experts together. All right, I'll thank you for your time.